All right, here we go. We're gonna get ready here. We're gonna do a little periscope real quick. Little periscope. We got a little next session going. There's Keith back there waving. Everybody say hello. Woo! All right, that's what we're gonna do. So what we are going to do now is get ready for our next hot seat session. And Keith, I believe you're up.
Yeah, that's me.
Come on up, brother. All right. So I'm going to turn this around here. Sorry, guys, get in your face. Yeah, unwind that there, Jimmy. Hey, everyone. All right, there you go. Get your back. There we go. You're on.
Not really.
All right. Keith Armstrong, the second year, we're aiming in the second year. 6 months. Since the last time. Woo! Keith, baby. Keith Armstrong. So let's first off, let's just say welcome back. But then also, like, what's going on in your world right now? Like, what's on your mind?
What's on my mind is that things are good at Amazon, but I'm a little bummed that we don't have the doors open so I can see this great view.
Oh man, I tell you what, right?
It's a great venue, by the way.
It's really a terrible view.
But I am bummed because I just found out my Aggies lost today.
Oh, really?
That's tough. But things are good. In the last session that we had, we talked about one of our products that we were really struggling with whether or not we should launch it. We launched it. It's done well. Right now we're in the mid-20s per month, about 23 to 25,000. It fluctuates. We're happy with that. We've got what we call our fourth product coming next week. And with the new TOS changes, we're really curious as to how we should go about launching this product. And for me, and this is going to be a little controversial with Danny in the room, but when we were reading the news, Melissa was telling me, hey, it looks like they're doing away with the incentivized reviews. And I was like, yes. Now we can get down to, real business. And only the people that are going to be serious are going to want to stay in this thing. At least that was my hope. Yep. But now I'm challenged with trying to figure out how to launch.
No mistake.
So that's kind of why I'm here today, is to talk about that product number 4 and what y'all would see as a potential way to launch.
Okay, I guess my first question is, how many reviews are you saying like that your competition has that you have to compete with?
They've probably got in the 200 to 500.
Okay, it's not terrible.
Here's kind of the backstory.
Okay.
So this product in and of itself is in a very competitive market. However, it is used in conjunction with our product number 3, which is not in such a competitive. So when we chose to pick this product, it was to specifically bundle it with our product number 3.
Okay.
But it is a standalone product by itself.
Okay.
So we were going to launch it as a product by itself and bundle it with our product number 3.
So the one product is going to it's going to actually feed though the sales of the other one. So technically, you're going to launch the product. Let's say you just launch the product without doing anything.
Yeah.
Potentially, you could have some sales.
Sure, I think so.
Okay, so that's good, right? That's not starting like from scratch.
Yeah.
Okay, so have you done anything with gaining your email addresses from your customers?
So what I've done with our customers through June is I was able to get all the phone numbers out of the orders that had phone numbers in them before they made the changes where you can't see that, and uploaded those to Facebook, and I've got 700 profiles in my custom audience from those phone numbers.
Facebook?
Yeah, in Facebook. Yeah. And then I did the lookalike audience, so I've got right at 2 million, I think it was.
So what we're talking about for okay, Melissa.
Don't forget about the 200 emails we have of our warm market.
Yeah.
Just from
inserts and stuff.
No. Warm market. People I know.
Oh, okay, I got you.
But they're people that they're people that
they haven't bought.
Okay.
They're potential buyers.
They know this product
Gotcha.
line and they know our previous product line, but we've never pushed it to them yet.
Gotcha. Okay, so you got 200 kind of warm leads that you could potentially launch to.
Yeah,
you've got a Facebook
custom
audience that's built that you can also then create that lookalike audience. So again, I guess Max, I kind of would say to you, like, kind of to think about this, like, externally, like being able to take those phone numbers. He took those numbers, brought them up into Facebook. Facebook matched those to profiles, and now from those profiles, he has an audience that he can target through a Facebook ad.
That I know have bought our.
That he knows that have bought the product already. Period. So these are buyers, these are customers of the product he already has. To take that a step further, now Facebook will also allow him to do a lookalike audience, profiles that match similar likes, interests, demographics, all of that stuff. So now how many did you say?
2 million. Yeah.
2 million?
2 million.
So 2 million possible matches of that that could be potentially for this product or this type of product, which is pretty cool. So I think you have a lot going for you there, right? Someone starting from scratch doesn't have that.
Sure.
So I think my first thing would be launch it, okay? See what happens, right out of the gate.
With PPC on.
Yeah, with PPC, right? We should say pay per click. I think that's a given. Obviously, you've done this a few times, so you know optimization. You know to get that stuff all in line. I would probably hit the warm audience too, and I would see if I can just get some sales, right? So I would hit that. I would turn on Facebook ads. I would do a small little campaign there, maybe even test it out. I mean, usually on the Facebook ads, you're not going to be profitable right out of the gate. But again, are you really trying to be profitable, or you're just trying to get sales from that audience?
Trying to get some initial sales from that audience.
Right. So I think the easiest thing would be, and again, okay, you have them in a lookalike audience, but you don't have them on an email list, right?
No.
Okay.
You gotta get the email.
So here's the deal, right? Yes, they're customers. Yes, they bought. You've got them in a lookalike audience. Now it's going to be intercepting that coupon with an email.
Yep.
And then now we've captured that customer that we have, but then we brought them in. Now people say, well, how do I get my customer on an email list that bought inside of Amazon? It's going to be with an insert card, or it's going to be with a lookalike audience, and getting them to want to get another coupon or get another special or whatever, or a contest. Contests are big too. If you guys know that you guys have a market and you have products that then will be around it. Johnny.
There's one more way.
Johnny, of course. Of course.
I already told you the secret. I don't know what your product is, but if you can offer, do you do a follow-up with them, an autoresponder?
Yeah.
Okay. In there, you can include a link, right, to go to an opt-in page for an exchange for a lead magnet. Whatever it is. An easy one is either a poster of whatever is related to your niche or an ebook.
Okay.
If you don't have to write one yourself, you can find somewhere just white paper. That will convert, and they're already buying from you, right? So they'll take the bonus in the upsell.
Okay.
You can either do it in autoresponder and point in there, or you can include the link in the
Now, this is the autoresponder, though, is through after they click on the Facebook ads thing?
I still back our feedback sheet.
Okay, so you're saying...
I would be careful with direct links off-site in that, just because if they crack down on it. But in the ebook,
Ebook, you can
right, and I just include that as the bonus if you guys aren't doing that already. Right, and you can include a link to anything you want in there, which is, here, go to this landing page. It's the giveaway, it's the contest, it's the other lead magnet,
post or whatever.
and you can get it that way.
Yeah, so it would be, I mean, again, you can do it directly. You can, but terms of service, but the way to do it, like you said, with inside of that content, then you could do receive this, whatever, right? Get the email. So that is another way. And again, I think it's always about how can you intercept that so that you can capture that, because in the future that's going to help you, but you'll initially get the sale. Right? So the sale is, even if you do 50% off discount or even a 75% off discount, intercept it with an opt-in page, an email capture page where you gain that. Right, you get that email, and then immediately you can give them the coupon code, send it through email, manually, however you want to do it, and then you get that sale.
Yeah. I think on launch, just to clarify something for me, I feel like I'm slow here. You can bundle it with product 3, but you're going to launch it as a standalone product. Are you going to launch product 4 with the standalone and the variation on the same listing?
That was my next question.
That was
I'm asking good questions. Great job. You lead right into the next segment.
Because the thought is there's two different things there. I think that strategy for initial off Amazon, one, you're going to email those hot people, hot leads, I should say. Hands down, no questions asked, right? Day one, get it up, turn on PPC, email those people. Second thing I would do, create that Facebook ad to both the 700 group that you have matched, and I would word that one just a little bit differently and say, thank you for being a customer, make it a little more obvious that they've bought your product in the past. Offer them that discount. Then the third step would be to run to the cold audience. Now, the other thing that I would suggest is when you're looking at product 4 versus product 4 plus product 3, if you decide, and we'll talk through that in a minute, if you decide to just launch product 4 by itself, would be to do the internal listing promotions. So the promotion where you set up buy this plus this on product 4, buy product 4 and product 3, create the same promotion, buy product 3 and product 4. You're going to get some cross sales, some upsells that way regardless. And even if you do launch it as a variation, you can do that.
Product 2 is also a potential third-party bundle into the whole thing.
Okay.
So actually have 3 that would they all go together.
Product 3 is kind of a product in and of itself. But people that would buy product 2 can use product 2 on number 3, and they can use number 4 on number 3. So my question, because I only have 1 variation of product 4, but I got 5 variations of product 2. All 5 could be used with product 3. So right now, I've got 2 variations on 3. I've got the product by itself, and then I've got 1 variation from 2 bundled with it as my other variation on that listing. I'm wondering if I should take product 3 and move it to product 2 as a variation and just use one of the other ones there. So that I've got product 3 in basically 3 listings
I see what you're
instead of
saying.
all in just one listing.
I see what you're
All 3
kind of.
products in all 3 listings as some sort of variation.
Yeah.
Or is there a primary that you just go with that as a bundle?
I have something like that.
It's hard to.
I get what you're saying,
I can
because I
use
do
the
have
same.
a product like that. I bundled them all, and I have listings for all of them, and then we take a segment of time and track the best ones, and then we just kick out the rest, because it can become a little overwhelming for the customer.
Well, it's pointless, right? It's the same bundle, right?
And you're gonna take a listing that has 5 variations
But you
and
don't
give it
know
10.
who's going to land
Basically,
Well, no,
with
I
it.
would just pick the
based on
second
what
most
search
popular one
I
and
guess.
put it with.
Well, I was going to say, I think utilizing the more popular listings or variations, and then including that in the cross-sell, kind of like, hey, while you're here, you receive, 20% off
Yeah.
or something like that. That's going to get you those. But I think the initial boost is going to be the email or the flash sale.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? You can do you can do a flash sale too if you wanted to start right out of the gate. Well, what's the price point?
20 by itself.
20 by itself?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 20 by itself. You do a flash sale for $15, right? So you lower your price for $5 for a day, but you run a Facebook ad that same day and say flash sale, get it for this price, normally sells for this, and then you try it that. You can do the coupon instead of doing a flash sale and just intercept it, and then the only people that are going to see it are Facebook ad people. But I think just the bottom line is just giving the initial traffic to that listing, and then your sales backer and everything is going to take care of the back end. Max.
Yeah, just a quick question. Are these fulfilled by merchant?
No, they're all FBA.
So my question would have to do with how do you set up a second variation and still keep the SKU the same for...
It's a different SKU.
Right,
It's a
so
different
you'll
product
have
at
to
that point.
send different products with a different SKU.
Yeah.
Still on the same
It's
variation.
the same bundle, but it'd be different SKUs.
Just like if you change your product.
And we keep all of we keep all of our excess inventory at our house in our garage, which is completely full. But it works for us, and we don't have those fees, and we have the extra
So you just
space.
throw that label on them?
Yeah, so we just grab the ones that we want to bundle,
Yeah.
cover those FN SKUs up that came from the manufacturer, and put them into the packaging that we've got for the bundle. But kind of to give an example, let's say that we have red paint, we have a block of wood, and we've got a chisel. Okay? Well, in our market, the red paint and the chisel are really competitive, but the block of wood's not. But people that buy that block of wood want the chisel and they want the paint to be able to do something. So,
That's a pretty good example.
It's a fantastic analogy, actually.
anyway, we've got 5 colors of paint. So, right now on the block of wood, we have just a block of wood. Somebody might just want to set a block of wood on the table.
Coaster or something.
But we also have a block of wood with the red paint, so they could paint it red and put it on the table. But now we've got the chisel, so we were going to have the block of wood, the red paint block of wood, and then the block of wood with the chisel,
Right.
all on the same listing.
Gotcha.
Under the same parent.
Yep.
So my question is, do I take that block of wood and put it over here with the red paint, which is a standalone, and put it with black paint instead? So it's under another listing. And then I take the block of wood and I put it with the chisel and have it under that listing, so that the block of wood is under 3 separate listings,
I got you.
parent listings.
Yeah.
That's kind of the question. Or does that get too confusing for the customer?
I would separate the colors. I wouldn't put the red on block of wood in red and put the block of wood on red up here. I would put the block on black.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Because red standalone is top seller, okay?
Mhm,
So
yeah.
that might move your block of wood by itself, but if number 2 seller is black paint, just have a second thing
Yeah.
there. And if it doesn't go, later you can add
Yeah.
it. You never have to think
That's
about
right.
it.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I like
that
that
we should
idea.
do,
Yeah.
because we're all battling for real estate, and then you can legitimately, under all 3 listings, have a block of wood as your keyword and the color paint.
Well, I think
Or the
that's the key though. There is you get to have that keyword
Mhm.
in that listing.
Yeah.
Which then in turn brings more traffic.
Yeah.
So what? Just to make sure that I'm following, because I may be thinking about this differently. You're saying instead of having the red paint, the black paint, the blue paint on a listing, put the block. It's the red paint and the red paint plus block, blue paint plus blue paint, blue paint plus block. I'm adding paint here, and then black paint plus block, and just black paint. So you have the
You're a
variation
little
of the color, and then the color plus the block.
Yeah, basically he's got separate listings on all the colors, right?
Yep.
No.
Oh,
There's
no.
one
variations.
listing with
One
variations.
listing with all that,
Variations.
and then, but at the top of all the listings on it, you don't want to put the red because you already put it on the
Uh-huh.
block. Then make the variation on the block black
Yeah.
for your second color.
That's
That's the
right.
way I would do it.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
what I'm talking about.
You don't
yeah.
have single colors, but you still want to keep single colors.
But
Or you don't
It's a
want-
variation that
I
has.
guess
all
my
the-
example wasn't as good as I thought.
No, it is. There's a couple different ways.
There's a lot of different combinations. That's the
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
right?
so
Yeah.
many combinations.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, just take your top color with your blocks,
Yeah.
put them together, that's it. If your red and black are number 1, just make 2 listings for those. Put the red block together, 1 skew, the red block with the 1 block skew, and you got the real estate all covered.
So are you
Because I could
saying
do
one
the-
other listing that's the top color
I would just
plus
take
the
2, 3
blocks?
colors, yeah, that's it.
And that's the only thing.
That's
So
it. They want
it's
single
four
by the
variations.
color they
Right.
want, and have the box singly by itself
Yeah.
too.
Right.
And the
So
only
if they
reason
want
that-
green in a box,
They
it's
gotta
by
buy it separate.
themselves.
Yeah.
Right.
Why put it together and frustrate yourself or yourself 3 when the other ones you
Well, I was going to say the whole object is really about how do you get the traffic from these other ones that necessarily wouldn't be found, but then when they see
Yeah,
it
well, they're
online.
gonna see
Yeah,
it.
because they'll look at it and go, well, shoot, yeah, I was going to need that.
Right.
Because I'm buying the chisel.
So I'm buying it
Put that
anyway.
block of wood
I
on
need
it.
that with it.
Yeah.
So of course.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
they
you
were
could-
just looking for the chisel, and then all of a sudden, if I'm able to rank for both of them and get it up there,
Yeah.
they're gonna go through
where
your
I
list
can
of
do
videos
the
if they're looking
PPC,
for
they're
it.
going to see it, and they'll go, hey, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
But
no.
if I just keep it on the one where it's the block of wood, I get a lot less traffic to that.
Exactly. So you want to use the one that's getting more searches, more traffic, to then bring attention to the other one, and then that will help sell that one and also bring
Really,
everything
you
up.
could do the code version way too. If you buy this, you get this for that. But I find that if you put it
I
together,
would
it's so
do
much
that. I
easier.
would do that anyway.
Yeah.
What's that?
I
could do that with the
internal
other ones.
promotion. I would do that anyway. What I'm kind of thinking is you leave the color listing, the paint listing,
Don't change
leave that
that.
alone.
Mhm.
Create a new listing that's just the block of wood plus the 4 colors, right? So it's blue plus wood, green plus
You
wood.
could do that.
whatever.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
And I like that. I think that's the cleanest.
That's
And then
it.
if for whatever reason it blows
You
up
don't
in
want to
your
get any
face,
single colors at all because you've already built that. You've already built your sales algorithm
Yeah,
on that.
that's right.
Now you're adding the thing. And now with those other bundles, you get the whole page is yours.
Yeah.
Because now you've got 4 variations plus your singles
Mhm.
that you can rank on.
Right.
Okay.
But then you got to be really careful too on your PPC and stuff. Because
And,
you
well,
don't
and
wanna
that's where it can
be-
get
you want to
tricky.
be competing against yourself
Yeah, yeah.
because the red block, the
Yeah.
block with it actually charges more because you've got it on your just the red paint by itself.
Yeah.
Then you got to do negative keywords.
I think you have to just look at
Just kinda-
what's the main objection.
Yeah.
Okay, right? Like, what are we doing here? We're going after trying to bring more attention to those ones. So I think I would start and simplify it a little bit, because I think, like you were saying, like it can get confusing to the customer. It's confusing to us a little bit, but it can get confusing to the customer too.
You lost me.
Well, I was thoroughly confused when we set it all up, but then we tested it for a month and then we took out the SKUs that didn't work.
And I think that's a good point, right? You kind of throw it out there and then see which one's effective, and then you pull out to clean it up a little bit.
Yeah, because you can easily do that.
Easily.
Yeah, we're not
Well, then
sending
you know-
like thousands. Of
Exactly.
things.
So you're just testing out.
You test it and see which
You've
one
got a lot of
works.
variation on a lot of your stuff now, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it cool just to have just 4 variations, and that's it, instead of keep,
Yeah.
you know, why have every color? Like, you just give them code for the other colors.
Yeah.
If you buy the green, you also get 50% off the block anyway.
Because what you can do is you can do any color plus any block.
That's right, that's right.
Plus any chisel. Right?
Exactly, so it covers everything.
And I would still do what you were just saying and test a standalone variation that is essentially product 5,
Yeah.
right? Which is color bundle.
Yeah.
Right.
You can even, like, your paint, you can, your color scheme, make your third picture, any paint and block, 50% off.
Yeah.
Like, make an ad in your single colors. So they know if they want the block together,
Yeah.
take
Now you
care
can
of it.
do that in the remaining pictures, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, do it in
Yeah.
do it in the second one, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, and you can do it. It's easy. Then you'll be, oh, I never knew I could get the green and put a bunch of all the colors together.
Yeah.
Even though it's a green color, you put all colors available plus
Yeah.
block, code,
Right.
and that's it. And that just solves that whole problem.
Paintbrush with a ring.
Yeah, you know, you put every color. So you line whatever your product is trying to get, like a fan. And
Yeah.
that's what we do with our product, exactly. Because you just don't know what's going to sell. And
Right.
you just
I like that. I like that a lot. So, well, back to the launch.
But it's all tied together. But
It's all
yeah,
tied
back to
together.
the launch.
Back to the launch. I would do exactly what you kind of said. You got the warm list. Do that for sure. That's a given.
Yeah.
And then the Facebook ads with the retargeting.
Yeah.
I would do that. And then you're going to be able to capture emails at the same time.
Yeah.
And you might want to play around with the coupon. You might want to do 50% off, and you might want to do 75% off. You might want to try 25% off.
Yeah.
And just find those audiences. The last thing I would add to that, and this is something we'll be talking about tomorrow quite extensively, is do you feel that your product has it's got I guess a feel for people that are, you know, or that on Instagram or Pinterest? Is there people? There are.
Most definitely.
Okay, so you could go out there and say that there's some pages that your product would fit
Oh,
well with.
absolutely.
Okay.
And in fact, we didn't talk about product 1 today, but our product 1, you know, we've been doing it since December of last year, and it's got our most variations on it. It does well.
That was the one that had like 16.
Yes. Well, with the newest one, it's got more, so I think it's 37 or something like that. But anyway, it's doing good. I think, probably has 3.
Well, but you can, so from building that email list, there's your launch list.
Yeah.
Instantly maybe get some traffic to your new listing,
Yeah.
and you're off to the races.
Yeah.
Right. So that's a huge thing. So yeah, that's gonna be good stuff for you. So I think that, I mean, you guys are in a great spot.
Huh?
You know.
We're ready for tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
I think it's just
This is
executing.
what I want to dive into the stuff tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's like I told you, when I find myself up at 1 in the morning, it's because I'm doing
Yep.
the stuff associated with all that.
Yep.
It's the other stuff.
We were talking. When you find yourself at the computer and you're like looking at the time and you know that you should be going to bed, and then all of a sudden you go, okay, 1:30 is going to be it, and then you look, it's like 2 o'clock, and you're like,
5 more minutes.
15 more minutes, and that's it. 2:15 is the line.
I'm already gonna be tired.
I'm already going to be tired now. I've had some nights where I say I might as well just stay right up.
Yeah.
Like literally. Hasn't been in a while, but I remember those days.
Yeah.
You know, that means that you're passionate about it, you're excited about it, and I think that's what drives us, right? Is the excitement and stuff. So I think you're in a great place. I think the variations, I'd say do what we said, but and I think you got a great plan. But then I think strip it back and see what's working. And I think from there it's just push forward. And I think the launch thing. A lot of people are all, oh, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? I think once everybody settles down though, and you see that, okay, you can do this. Remember, doing a blast on one of these review groups was just an email list. That's all it was, right? That's all it is.
That's right.
Snag Shout, Review Kick, Viral Launch, any of them, all they did is they ran Facebook ads to people that said, would you like to receive product from Amazon at a discount? And or for free, and people would sign up. And then guess what? We would pay a group that already was created to send out that promotion. We're just saying we got to do it now. But now guess what? We own that. And then we can take that and upload it to Facebook and do all this retargeting and all this fun stuff, right?
Yeah.
That's where it gets exciting.
Well, it comes back to what you said, I don't know, sometime today, but you were talking about there's things that happen along the way that you don't
100%.
know where that's going to push you.
Yep.
You know, in May when we sat here and talked, I was talking about the fact that I'm going to take my customer list phone numbers off of Amazon and I'm going to go to Facebook.
Yeah.
Well, I never did it because it was too easy to call Danny's group and say, hey, I need to launch. Right? It was just,
That's
so I
what you're
focused.
supposed to do.
Yeah. So I focused on other stuff, but as soon as this came out, I was like, yes. Now I got to go focus on this.
Right.
So I went and focused on it. I got it uploaded and I got it done, and it was 10 times easier than I thought it was going to be.
Right.
You know, I was thinking of, I think it was on the podcast, your podcast. Was it the color?
Yep. Yeah.
Comic books?
That was Mike Jackson.
He laid that out.
Yeah.
I was like, holy crap, that is way better.
Yeah.
Like, that is a fantastic, not way better, but it's a fantastic system.
Well, what you're talking about, anyone that didn't listen to that episode, shame on you if you did not. But it was, Mike Jackson. I met him in actually Miami at Steve Chu's event, and great guy. But he gets 25 or 30% of his sales from Amazon. All the rest are from his own funnel. I'm not even gonna call it a website. It's a funnel. But basically, and he's public about it. He sells in the adult coloring space. So coloring books for adults. Okay, relaxation. People like to do it. Kind of settles you down. Really, detailed stuff. But anyway, so you have coloring books and you have coloring pencils. So what he did was he would do a contest every single month, right? Every couple weeks, and just drive Facebook ads to it. And then on the back end, he would say you didn't win, but one person would win. But then the people that didn't win, he would just offer them a discount on them. He built a list of over 30,000 people.
Well, and he's taking those, getting them to post there when they get their
Yep.
whatever, and then post a picture on InstaFace or on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get that website, by the way. I'm
Yeah.
gonna spend no name station.
But you know what? He did. He had instant social proof
Yeah.
and people. And we talked about that. I forget who we were talking about it with. It was like the GoPro, right? If you have a GoPro and you use a GoPro, they want you to share their video. They're not saying like, look at the GoPro, it's awesome. They're saying like, look at how cool this camera is that I took all these great pictures with, and now you want to go look at GoPro.
And they're selling the lifestyle and the stuff you can do with it.
Exactly.
And
So not every product lends itself to that. But again, you have to figure out the strategy that fits for your business and your brand. And that's a great example of that. And like I said, part of tomorrow will be about that. But it's really, it's all about like figuring out the way to control your own sales, right? And if you can do that, your competition is going to be only looking at Jungle Scout, and then they're going to be like, oh, this is cool, it's selling on here, but they don't realize that maybe you're pushing 30% of your sales from your external channel.
Yeah.
No, right? So then how do you compete with that? So that's going to be harder for them to kind of reverse engineer what you're doing. So I'm a big fan of that, always been, even before I even got into this Amazon space. I've been online for over 10 years doing this stuff, so I know the power of an email list. You guys are all here because of an email list, pretty much. Podcast and an email list, right? I was able to communicate with you guys through a channel. And that's kind of how it works. Yeah, go ahead.
So, not to hijack this sideways, but what we're talking about right here is exactly what we're doing for bringing out an app right now. And it works. It's exactly the same.
It's
exactly the same
basic
process.
marketing.
Yeah, it's the exact same process.
Well, you and I were talking about that, right? Things, you can go back 15, 20 years from now, direct mail, direct response, it's basically that. It's basically the concept has not changed.
It's how we've launched products since the beginning of time.
Exactly.
Tools are different.
Yeah, and the tools are different. Strategies a little bit different. Techniques obviously or tactics are different, but it's all pretty much the same. Traffic, awareness, excitement, discounts, all that stuff kind of plays into it, but just don't overcomplicate it. Yeah.
Back to the variation. You guys were talking about how to do it. Now, how does that relate to the related products that comes out underneath? I mean, is that chisel going to be matched up with the paint, depending on which variation you have up there? I mean,
More than likely, because they buy it out of his stuff anyway.
Yeah.
If they are frequently bought together,
Yes.
they'll show up in frequently bought. And by frequently, I mean like 4 times in the grand total of the world. Because
Yeah,
think about the
it's
random
not
things
much.
you've bought on Amazon,
Yeah.
right? And the random things you've bought together. It doesn't have to be all of that many times, and that's why those internal listing promos are so powerful, because you don't have to get that many to show up in the frequently bought together. And they're also going to generally show up in the related products. There is a way to slightly force that, and in the back end, there is a field called Related Product ID. And no one uses it. It works. Yes.
Just make sure you only put one ASIN in there.
Yeah, only one
Don't
ASIN.
put multiple ASINs.
Yeah, just one.
And it didn't actually used to be in the back end. It used to only be in the flat file.
That's right.
And they've added it to the back end now as well.
And the best part is if you don't have a product, then you can put your product against some of your competitors' products too.
Yeah.
So they make sure they
So
buy it.
something ranking that someone else is buying, but you have the attachment that you're.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yeah, right, the accessory to the related product. All right, that was awesome.
Thanks, guys.
It was good?
Yeah.
All right, Keith. Thanks, sir. Appreciate it. All right, we're going to end the Periscope though real quick. All right, guys, that was awesome. All right, we're gonna say goodbye. We'll see you guys later.